Hey, what's up guys? Joker here, and I hope you're all doing well. Today we have got a couple of news stories in the world of tech. First up, we're going to be taking a look at Intel's Xe DG1 GPU. They're actually the first pictures of the new graphics card, which has been posted ahead of embargo. The embargo is actually broken, but we have the pictures now, which are meant to go public just a couple of hours now. The embargo is 9 a.m. Pacific time. Currently, it's about 10 a.m. Eastern time, so 2 more hours basically until this information is going to be public, but we do have it a little bit early, so we're going to get fired into this so you can guys get the pictures as quickly as possible and maybe get a chance to see them before you are actually supposed to, you naughty little boys. And also, there is a new security exploit in Mozilla Firefox, which is a browser that I personally use, so if you are running that browser, stay tuned towards the end of the videos. I'm going to detail exactly what's happening there and how you can make sure that you're running on the latest version of Firefox, which will patch up the security flaw in Firefox. But first, today's video is brought to you by MMORC.com, where you could save money on games for all of your favorite platforms, as well as software like Windows 10 Pro, which you can get for just $15, as well as Office 2019 Pro and Office 365. And if you act right now, you can get an additional 27% off with my code JOK27 at checkout, and that'll knock the price down on Windows 10 Pro from $15.29 all the way down to $11.16. And of course, they accept a wide variety of payment from PayPal to credit cards to Bitcoin. So be sure to act now and hit up the links down in the description below. So first up, we're going to be talking about Intel and their Xe DG1 based GPU. If you saw yesterday's video, I talked about the presentation at CES where Intel very briefly during their keynote did show some gameplay of Destiny 2, but we didn't have any performance metrics. We didn't know anything really about it at all, except for that the game was running on a mobile-based DG1 GPU, rather. I almost said graphic card, but GPU inside of a mobile laptop. But now we've got the first pictures of the DG1, which is meant to be the lower end. So this is going to be for like mobile in laptops themselves and maybe small form factor PCs, entry-level graphics. So we've got the details on that and some pictures. So we're going to shoot over to videocards.com, who still have the slides from the press deck up on their website, as well as the images of the Xe DG1 GPU, which have since been taken down on Guru 3D, who were the original ones that actually posted them, and Video Cards took them from there, but Guru 3D has since then taken down the story. As you can see in the very first slide here, the embargo is not until actually Thursday today at 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is exactly 2 hours from right now when I'm recording this video, probably about an hour after you're seeing this video. This video should probably be up in about an hour from now. So yeah, it's a little bit ahead of when you're actually supposed to see it. So as I said, we're being naughty boys here. But you can see the very first picture there, and there are some better renders, which we'll look at in a moment down below. And you can see that they are currently sampling to the ISVs worldwide, which are independent software vendors, enabling them to develop and optimize for Xe. So the first slide is pretty much self-explanatory. They're now offering the DG1 GPUs out there to software developers so that they could start optimizing for it and working with it and start to maybe develop software around it or integrate it so that it's running as best as possible once these GPUs are actually available to the general public, probably later in 2020. Some of the earliest dates we've heard so far is June of 2020, so hopefully by then they'll have some optimization for it, and that's when you'll actually be able to get your hands on them with them optimized as best as possible. They also talk in here about Tiger Lake and mobility being redefined with a massive leap in graphics performance, double-digit CPU performance increases, and massive AI performance improvements with the Xe GPUs on board in the Tiger Lake CPU processors. Some of the more interesting details down here is that while this is going to be one architecture, the Xe GPUs, there is going to be 3 different segments, which they have named LP, HP, and HPC, which are going to address various different parts of the market. The LP is basically what we're seeing right now with this first DG1 GPU that they showed on stage, which is going to be targeting the entry-level gaming, mobile computing, that type of stuff. Small form factor builds is really what this is going to be going after. The rest of them were actually detailed a little bit more in depth over on WCCF Tech. They say that the LP, like the one we're seeing here, the DG1, is for ultra mobile, PC mobile, entry to mid-range graphics, while the HP is going to be more for media transcoding, analytics, workstations, and high-end graphics. So that's probably what a lot of us are going to be more interested in, seeing them compete with NVIDIA as well as AMD with the high-end graphics and stuff. And then the HPC, this is going to be more for server-side things, exascaling, training, cloud graphics, and all of that stuff. Now, we did also get some pictures and, well, actually renders, and I believe one actual picture of the Xe GPU, but you can see them here. The card itself is very small form factor, as you would expect. There is not a power connector on the card at all, so that means it's going to be running off of PCI power, so it should be drawing less than 75 watts, or maybe just 75 watts. So this is definitely going to be for mobile, small build, mini ITX builds, things like that. So I wouldn't expect this first GPU to be, you know, knocking it out of the park and running games at 4K max settings. This is definitely going to be entry level. But as far as the design of the card is concerned, I'm not mad at it. The lines are a little aggressive, but just like the solid aluminum look of it looks really good. I like the backplate on it. The blue LED on the side is really a nice touch, honestly. Overall, the card, I think, looks really good. I would love to throw that into a small form factor build and see what it can do performance-wise. And on the bottom here, you can see we have what appears to be an actual picture of the card, maybe at CES. Maybe they snapped a picture of this. But the rest of them definitely appear to be renders. But this one down here, I do think is an actual picture of the DG1 graphics card. So let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are on the Intel graphics card, the looks of it. What do you think of the design and the way that they're breaking out into the different segments? The blue LED, I do think, actually looks pretty nice and fitting, obviously, as they are the blue team. But yeah, I definitely look forward to hearing you guys' feedback on that one down in the comments below. It's going to be interesting to see the competition here in 2020 as things are really heating up with AMD planning Big Navi. They're coming out the 5600 soon. Also, they're competing with Intel in the CPU space. We've got NVIDIA. It's going to be an interesting year for sure, I think. I think we're kicking off the decade in a good place, and it's going to be really great to just kind of sit back and just kind of watch this entire story develop throughout the year and the coming years. It's going to be a good time, I think, for PC gamers. More competition is only going to continue to drive down prices while also expanding on innovation. So that can never be a bad thing, really, for us as consumers. So we'll definitely keep an eye out on these stories throughout the year, and I'll keep you guys informed the best that I possibly can. Next up, I did want to talk about Firefox. As I said at the start, it's my personal browser of choice. I love Firefox. I don't like Google being able to track all of my shit, so I like to use Firefox. I also like a lot of the extensions on Firefox a lot better. Maybe we could do a dedicated video on it in the future. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. Would you like to see me do an overview of Firefox and some of the extensions that I like to use and why I like to use it over Chrome? It's just what I've been using for years. I used to be a Chrome user, but then I came over to Firefox and I've never looked back, and I absolutely love Firefox. It's fantastic, honestly. So that's why I use it, but it's personal preference. I know a lot of people out there probably like to use Chrome. But if you are using Firefox, and it's a good thing you watch to the end of this video, because you're going to want to make sure that you are running the latest version of Firefox, and I'll show you in a moment exactly how to do that. But basically, there's a security flaw right now with Firefox that could allow someone to actually take over your entire PC because of this flaw. But thankfully, you just have to make sure you're on the latest version, which is 72.0.1, and that should address the issue for anyone out there that could have possibly been open to this type of attack. So over on Hot Hardware, they have a statement from Mozilla which details exactly what is happening here, and then also their explanation of what it means, because some of the language here is a little bit over my head. So I'm going to go ahead and read directly off of Hot Hardware. They say that incorrect alias information in Ion Monkey JIT compiler for setting array elements could lead to a type confusion. We are aware of target attacks in the wild abusing the flaw, and that was a direct statement from Mozilla. And exactly what the hell does that mean? Because I honestly don't know what most of that means. Hot Hardware did give a full explanation in here, and they said that a type confusion attack consists of accessing data in memory that is supposed to be out of bounds. This could lead to a crash, or much worse, in this case, malicious actors are taking advantage of a bug in Firefox's Ion Monkey JavaScript just-in-time compiler, which is supposed to improve performance by running JavaScript code found in websites directly in the browser. So they haven't really said whether or not this has actually been taken advantage of yet, but it's 0-day security issue which needed to be addressed, and it has now been patched. As long as you're running on the latest version, as you can see here, 72.0.1 will fix this issue for you. So if you want to make sure that you're running on the latest version, I actually got a prompt for an update right before doing this video. I didn't know exactly what it was fixing until I found this news story, and I was like, oh, I should include that in the video as well. But I did get a prompt in the top right of my Firefox browser, and it just restarted the browser and updated it. But if you want to make sure you're on the latest version, you're going to want to come up to the top right-hand corner of your Firefox browser, where you'll have these 3 lines right here that opens up the menu. From in there, you want to go all the way down to the bottom to Help, click on that, and then click About Firefox. And when you do that, you will get this box that opens up on your screen, and it will tell you the version of Firefox that you're running. And if it's not up to date, it will offer you to update it. It'll be like a little prompt in here to update your Firefox. So definitely go ahead and do that if you are running Firefox. If you didn't get an update in the last 24 hours, chances are you've not been updated yet, and you should definitely go ahead and do that to make sure that you are protected as best as possible. But that is all I've got for you guys today in the world of tech. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow, I probably am going to take the day off unless I could find something to cover early in the morning, because I'm going to go see that new movie, which just won a ton of Golden Globes, that I've been looking forward to seeing. It's called 1917. It's a World War I movie. Looks absolutely incredible. Like, the first time I saw a trailer, I was like, I need to see that. And it came out on Christmas, actually, in like a limited release, but it doesn't come out until tomorrow nationwide, and I've just been waiting to be able to buy tickets. And as soon as I saw them available yesterday, I went ahead and snagged myself a ticket to go see the matinee show in the Dolby Cinema and everything like that. So unless I could find some early morning things to work on, I'm very likely going to be taking tomorrow off to go see 1917, and maybe I'll let you know in a future video how I like the movie, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it, as I love any war movie, really. World War II. We don't get enough good World War I movies. I've seen a couple of them, but there's not that many, honestly. But War Horse was a very good one. I enjoyed that a lot. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this one. Yeah, it should be good. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, leave a thumbs up on it, subscribe if you're not already. And if you've been here for a while, go ahead and ring that notification bell. That way you never miss a video as soon as it goes up live on the channel. And I'll see you maybe tomorrow for another video.